I thought I turned on, so. So whether you can follow the prayer or not, the important thing is to set up positive intention or motivations every moment that you are here in this, Gompa or temple. So dedicated that for the well-being of all mother sentient beings, so then you get maximum benefit. That's the whole idea, to get the maximum benefit. Whenever we engage into spiritual practice, then we motivate. Motivation not small, it's huge. It's huge. It's for everyone. Not just for me, it's for everyone. Then you get the maximum benefit. Okay, so that's the whole reason why they're saying this prayer. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju man. Dagi chushi jebe sonam je dola penje sanje no. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju man. Dagi chushi jebe sonam je dola penje. Sanje chodan soje chonam la chanju man. Dagi chushi jebe sonam je dola penje. Lamrim Sanjaya Songla Rabda Shi Devi Juju Dida Shi Tambe Chu Jin Deshe. Namala Gadano Dadeji Gatimona Dami Ganado Abuja Tambe Chutin. Ange Tuzenia Sonia Dawatam Bombay Tambe Chun. Oh, yeah. Good evening. Also, now no needed power. I don't think anybody will take nap. So this is for nap, good nap. So I only use this for Sunday morning. So people wake up early morning, maybe need some nap. So not evening. Evening people don't need nap. Oh, my friend on Zoom. Oh no. So I'm looking at here, but probably supposed to look there, but don't feel comfortable. When I look there, I don't see your face. So there, I don't see your face, only see the camera. When I look at here, you think that I'm looking somewhere else, but I'm looking at you. So anyway, good evening. So I'm not sure what time is Patagonia, maybe same time or not sure. So anybody watching on YouTube, so then good evening. Yeah. So most of you know the Ryan who comes on witness class now. He's gone. Last Wednesday was his birthday. Stephen told me that was his birthday. So he comes now. He's been, hard to say, he's been like manifesting, or somehow he's been sick long time. So he comes on the class many times physically in the wheelchair here. As I mentioned many times, his presence in the class is huge blessing. So now it's almost like 108 or 9 days, something like that, since he was passed away. So then, he has, the wonderful family, so especially the mother, very kind and loving, compassionate mother who facilitate everything that, is needed while he was alive. So then after his death, every wishes that Ryan has been supported, like wholeheartedly supported by this, beautiful, loving, compassionate mother, so, and all the ceremonies been done all over India, Bodh Gaya, Buddha's place where Buddha was enlightened, and in Nepal, and a lot of them in my monastery back, my dormitory back in my monastery. So, and I also his wishes to go there to become monk. In the very last moment, telling mother to go, let's go, means to monastery. So I put his photo in my altar room in the monastery. So, and every day, so lighting a candle for his wishes to be fulfilled. So very much hope, and every day praying that he will be get the chance or chance opportunities in very young age to practice Dharma. That's what he wants. So then, whenever you remember him, please do the same thing. Requesting you to do the same thing. Yeah. So just to remember. So that's one important person is missing from this class, Ryan. So just remind you that. Oh yeah. So then. So last Wednesday, this is books composed by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. So I'm using this. Another book is too long. Guide to Buddhist Way of Life is too long. I believe it's chapter number 4 talks about the how they translate in English topic.
Conscientiousness.
Conscientiousness, being mindful, conscientiousness, conscientiousness. I hope I brought the right book. Most of the time I'm here talking about mindfulness, which I don't have one. I did brought wrong book, by the way. I did brought wrong book, but it's okay. So first I put my prayer book. I thought it's a Vajra Yogin night. So then I'm doing my prayer. Then all of a sudden I remember, oh, not Vajra Yogin, it's tomorrow. Today is conscientiousness. So then I grabbed this book, the wrong one. This is for Sunday class. In Tibetan, it's called Pagye. Just being aware, especially mainly being aware of your own thought, Then, unfortunately, that not every thought that rise is not positive. So that's why we have to be aware. We have to be aware of our thought. If every thought that rise is a positive one, so then so not need to be that mindful, but we have to be aware. We have to be aware. Pagye. Yeah, Pagye. The Ashoka, that's the Dharma king that rules India. Probably kill a lot of people, because of at that time, all the kings, for some reason, they fight all the time, fight here, fight there, so it never ends. Make friends, then fight again, like that. So Ashoka, early life, was very, how you say, angry king, and probably went to fought many wars, so probably killed probably many people, so hard to say how many. So then what happened, I think that in the later part of his life, he was kind of getting old. So then, like, at that time, there's no AC, air conditioning, there's no fan. So what happened, whenever the king sits, there's two persons that holds like big piece of like fabrics that kind of moves, pulls, or like that creates some winds. That's how they cool down in the palace. I think one of them probably got tired, not intentionally, got tired, lost the control, then that big things hit on him. So he was like so upset when he was alive, young, so even nobody bothered to look at his shadow, just forget of looking at him. So that's like, he was like that, like kind of like figure. So then he said, okay, now even my servant is looking down on me, just throwing the fence. It's not throwing, but poor person sitting there hours, I probably lost control, maybe fall asleep or something. So I think that's probably, you could say like that probably like raise his blood pressure level, but they didn't say blood pressure. They are not talking blood pressure. At that time, they have no clue. So some have become then probably some kind of heart attack, but he died with all of a sudden with upset mind. Then I think he was like, and because of that, he was probably born as a snake, I think snake. So then his master, like the latter part of his life, he became Buddhist. Then he managed to build so many stupas throughout the India. That some of the stupas, they are very much alive. Still now you can see when you go to India, was built by Ashoka. Because he's so powerful, then he he built so many stupas all over India. So then the later part of life, he does become Buddhist. So one of his masters called Dachamba Arhat Thakpa, this was his teacher. So the Arhat Thakpa realized that Ashoka was born as a snake and then probably chasing some kind of frog, maybe to eat. So then when the snake got close to the frog, about to catch the frog, and somehow that Dajumba Thakpa, his teacher, realized that Ashoka is not able to kill the frog. So then that's what the reason I'm telling you this story is Payoba chase means like beware. So that's the topic that we are talking, beware. So the snake stood like that, didn't attack the frog, stood whole week, died. Just stood there like this. The moment they hear the sound from his teacher. So then after that, it's very short, I think like a couple of days or like that, being snake, couple of days, because that anger caused by one of the servants has become the cause for his death. So that leads to like the snake, the power of the negative mind that leads to him as a snake. So then like hearing his own master's voice, being aware, stood there 1 week, didn't eat anything, probably die. Then probably born into like, maybe within the realm that we live in now is called desire realms. So within our realm, there's like 7 different types of celestial realms. He was born one of them. One of theirs, I don't remember which one, but he was born there. So see, there's a lot of benefit being mindful because you protect yourself. Being mindful is like the protection for yourself, So see, like if we are not aware, if we are not being mindful, if we are not aware of our thoughts, so our life may be carried out by our own thought. If that thought is disturbing thought, that's why it's called disturbing thought. It disturbs you first. Maybe it disturbs somebody else. Of course, there's potential to disturb somebody else. But first, it disturbs your peace of mind. That's why we don't need any of that. The best case, we don't need any of that. That's the last thing that you need. So according to Buddhism, what is called afflicted mind, afflictions, such as anger, attachment, jealousy, pride. These are all not outside. These are all within. It's harder to get break. External enemy, you can get break. So they probably go to bathroom. They probably eat. They are not there 24 hours. Internal enemy, they don't need to go to bathroom. They don't get old. They don't take vacations. They are there all the time. Never get old. So that's what conscientious of being mindful about our own thought. Right now, including myself, we don't control our thought. We are controlled by our own thought. We don't control our thought. We are controlled by our thought. If that thought is very much powered by afflictions, then it's no, life itself is already complicated. It comes with all kinds of complications. You can't deny. It's all kind of. Then on top of that, so the mind, so being mindful, being aware, what we're trying to do is we're trying to gain a little bit of control over our thought. So make sure that your life is not 100% controlled by your thought. So then it's going to be, I think, not good. So you doesn't mean really you, like each one of us. Precisely guided by our thought. That's the situation now. That's the situation, precisely guided by our thought. The thought, if the thought is like leaded by affliction mind, so then a lot more complication occurs. A lot more complication occurs. So therefore, Tibetan word afflictions called nimong. The moment it rises, it kind of dilute your mind. The moment it rises, this is the only function affliction mind has, nothing else. Nimong. It's kind of like it's kind of like mess up your mind. Moment it rises. So now that what kind of thought then thought we should have. So then according to 8 verses thought has been done simje tamjala ishinobu lela be tenjo dube sambaye tado jabatumbo. Tenchok, ten means meaningful. Tenchok, ten meaning, chok the best or excellent meaning. Life has meaning. So like according to Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, what is the best goal? What is the best goal or best achievement? Yeah, of course, it's like enlightenment, fully enlightenment, and liberations. Best liberation, fully enlightenment. You are probably aiming for the best of the best. The best. All the people who practice Buddhism, they're aiming for the best of the best. Liberation, what does liberation mean? Liberation means you are like, you have somehow through meditation, reading, thinking, contemplating, reading, educating, reading, some contemplating, then eventually integrating, integrations. Oh. So then you manage to liberate. Liberate means now no more complication. You went beyond samsara. No complications. It's done. It's done. It's like everlasting peace you achieve through meditation. That's called liberation. So then fully enlightenment, liberation does not mean you are enlightened. There's still some work needs to be done in order to reach fully enlightenment. So then then you do that in the Mayana path. Mayana path, you generate bodhicitta, you meditate on greater compassion, Mahakaruna, meditate on that. So eventually the Mahakaruna produce bodhicitta, bodhicitta produce Buddhahood. Buddhahood simply means enlightenment, that's all. It's not like gentle-based achievement. It's just Buddhahood, then you get enlightened. So that's called Buddhahood, okay? When you hear Shakyamuni Buddha, so then you think about the historical Buddha that was born in India 2,500 years ago. That's the historical Buddha, that's the male figure. Buddha doesn't mean like male or female, there's no, it can be anything, can be both, can be anybody. So that's what you're aiming, your goal is like the best of the best. That's what you're trying to achieve through study, contemplation, integrations. So now what kind of mindset I should have in order to maintain my peace of mind, my mental happiness, that's the most important, the sensory pleasure, whatever you call, if you want to call it happiness, or pleasures, or joy, or sensory pleasure. These are very much dependent on external object. Long as object is available, there's possibility you may gain some kind of pleasure. But the mental is nothing to do with the object, it's just by thinking. That joy or pleasure or happiness produced by thinking. You could say meditations, that's right. Meditation means thinking. Thinking. In order to think, you have something to think about. You can't just sit there, think, that's hard things to do. You can't just sit there, think, you have something to think about. So there's precise guideline how to do that, step by step. What's called Lamrim teaching. Lamrim, the root one composed by here, the left side, the statue, Indian master Shantideva, who came to Tibet, refine Buddha Dharma in Tibet. That Buddha Dharma is very much polluted by all kind of native religion, all kinds of different belief systems, kind of polluted. So then Lama Atisha came to Tibet to reestablish Buddha Dharma. So then taught this root Lamrim. So then it's commented by Lama Tsongkhapa, intensive commentaries. Lamrim, Lam, path, Rim, stages of the path. That shows meditation. So it all boils down on being aware or being conscientious about disturbing thought. That's how you encounter, tackle. In order to tackle, you have to be aware. If you think, there's life, that's not life. If you think there's life, there's no hope. Then you could say, I'm an angry person, there's nothing you can do. You cannot change. Wrong. It's called ignorance. It's wrong. You can change. No. So it all boils down on developing positive thought and eliminating disturbing thought. Eliminating disturbing thought, your life will be much, much better off. talking about mental peace, happiness, then just always thinking something negative, that's like hypocritic. Hypocrisy, there's. So, good news that you can do. Why? Because some other human did it. Then you are also human. You can do. You can learn because some other human learned how to do, so you can learn. If there's knowledge, you can learn. You can learn. If there's no knowledge, then nobody can learn. So those things you can learn. So, so now what kind of mindset I should have? What kind of mindset? What kind of mindset that will benefit me tremendously? What kind of mindset I should have? What kind of mindset I should not have? Or the disturbing thought. Any of that is not good. I'm not saying it's a piece of cake. It is, nothing is easy. Even making a tea or coffee is not easy. You need to move. You can't just sit there, meditate, oh, may there be a fresh coffee. Look, there is no fresh coffee. Yeah. You can get things that makes fresh coffee, nice coffee. You can buy coffee machines. Then you have to need to put some effort. Then you can enjoy fresh coffee. Fresh coffee doesn't appear just by simply sitting like this and wishing. That's not how it happens. Nothing is easy, so need effort. Of course, first you need to see the benefit. Can you ever imagine? Can you imagine that life, no anger? How that's going to be like? Can we imagine life, no anger? What that life is going to be looks like? What do you think? It's going to be boring or good life? The question, each time when you get angry, that moment, if you do total analysis, are you happy? Nobody. Monks, none, doesn't matter. If you wear this, if you're angry, you are not happy. The robe doesn't protect. Believer, not believer, anybody, regardless what kind of culture, background, traditions, what types of food you eat, what types of clothes you wear, you can wear like very fancy like brand. When you get angry, you are not in peace. Doesn't need much proof. Everybody knows. But unfortunately, we forget the events. First, you have to see the benefit. What's the benefit? So now we start to understand a little bit. Now we are about to understand, or we are going to have glimpse of understanding of what is the meditations. See, what is the meditations? What is the purpose of meditation? Why you meditate? First place, why you meditate? What is the purpose of meditation? Gomtop, the power of meditation. Gomtop, nimong chung, less disturbing thought. That is the purpose of meditation. Less disturbing thought. Why? Life will be better. Life will be happier. It's not just religious business. Your life will be happier if you have less disturbing thought. Means there you are disturbed, you'll be less disturbed. You'll be You'll be less disturbed. You'll be less disturbed because how often does your hand disturb you? Your hand disturb you. How often your hand disturb? Just think about that. How often your nose disturb you? How often that your mouth disturb, the hand? How often? How often you've been disturbed by your mind? Oh, many times. Gom top, gom meditations, top power. What is the power of meditation? How you define power of meditation? If you are having less disturbing thought. your meditation is like you are doing productive meditations. Either you are walking around, cleaning your house, doing dishes, laundry. Your meditation is considered productive. Now you can say like this, all of a sudden some of your, maybe your wife or your husband or your kids, making some noise in the kitchen, then you scream. How is it scream? Top of your lung? How is it how is the top of your lung? What are you doing? Are you meditating? You are not really meditating, you just sit like chicken. You're just sitting like chicken, you're imitating something that you're not, you're just sitting there. You're not really watching your mind. And people, you say like, can you stop that noise? Not really compassionate. Can you stop that noise? I'm meditating here. You are not really meditating. Sorry to say, just wasting your time. That's all. So this is important to understand. We are now about to understand the definition of meditations. The power of meditation is to reduce disturbing thought. You don't want to disturb. If you have choice, will you disturb yourself? If you have choice, will you disturb yourself? If you ask, people say, no, I don't want to disturb. The answer is very clear, I don't want to disturb. If that's the answer, then you should be more aware that no matter need to try all kind of ways to protect yourself from the disturbing thought. So then you could say that is meditation, even though it doesn't look like meditating, it is meditations. So that, then requires some deeper understanding of, why disturbing thought, disturb like that. So that's just I want to share. Gom top nimochuma, gom meditation, top power, nimong disturbing thought, chung less, small. Chung literally means small, meaning less. It means less. It doesn't mean there's no size or shape. You can't really talk about big or small. They have to have some kind of shape. If the disturbing thought doesn't have shape, so what it means like small, meaning less. It means less. That's what it means. Less. Even though they use word small, it means less. There's no size. So then gom, you're trying to familiarize with something that you have never been familiarized. You have never been familiar, so now you're trying to familiarize with something that, maybe you are trying to familiarize with patience, the importance of patience, the benefit of patience. So see, in the very beginning, first you need to see the benefit. See the benefit. What happens if you see the benefit, so that generates interest. Then you will have some interest because you see the benefit. So we human don't do things if there's no benefit. So then it's considered as a stupid. Doing something there's no benefit, people call, idiot or stupid, like things like that. But you have to see the benefit. Then when you see the benefit, then you maybe have interest. Then more likely you put some effort. So then if there's result based on the effort, then there will be result. There will be result because effort is already put it there. There will be result. Whether it's like perfect, wonderful, there will be some result. So these four things are very important. See the benefit, then they generate interest. So then maybe put some effort, then there's a result. Same here, like same thing, okay? So let's just talk about why it's important to be being aware of the anger. Why one should be aware of anger. The first place, what anger does. How anger rises. according to Indian Master Shantideva, Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, chapter number 6, according to the chapter. You don't get angry for no reason. You have to have some reason to get angry. Nobody get angry for no reason. No, there has to have reason. The anger has to be caused by something. Shedang sumu sem chanas, shedang sumu, shedang, deep anger. Sumu, pain is pain. Do we really understand that is a pain? Shedang sumu, it's not just pain, deep pain. Shedang sumu, sumu means pain. Same is the thought, painful thought. Anger is like considered as the Master Shantideva said, anger is like painful thought. So it sounds like good to have or not good to have. Now, I'm not just making this up. It's been Shantideva said in Guide to Buddhist Way of Life. When this book was written, many centuries ago, many centuries ago, this book has been written by Master Shantideva. Shedang sungu sem chanas. That's what it means, verbally train, verbally you repeat the word. So that's what I'm saying, we need all the help that we can get, whatever ways, we need all of them. Shedang sungu sem chanas, just in some tests you see like train verbally. It's been so hard. Don't ever think, oh, that's me. No, that's not you. That's ignorance. That's not wisdom, that's ignorance. That's not you. No, there's nothing I can do. Wrong. There's always something you can do. Don't ever think there's nothing you can do. Because ultimate nature, your nature is pure. Ultimate nature of yourself is pure. At the moment you don't see, you can't connect because it's like clouded, very much clouded. Cloud is like disturbing thought. Can't really see. It's covered by disturbing thought. Shedang sungu sem chanas yini shiwa nyaminju. What happens if you harbor that painful thought? That's what Shantideva called painful thought. If you harbor that, what happens? In the initial stage, very first time, what happened? At the very beginning, when you harbor this painful thought, what happened? Who suffered? You, nobody else. You first. What happened? Am I going to lose my nose or my ear? No, you are not going to lose your ear or nose. That's not what it means. It means yi mind, quite deep. This is happy. The deep is happy. You say, I'm happy. If the deep is not happy, doesn't matter what brand of clothes you wear, what kind of jewelry you wear, what kind of house you live in, what kind of job you have, you are not happy. Those things doesn't guarantee happiness, Yi shiwa nyaminju. There will be no mental happiness. You are not going to experience peaceful mind. You are not going to experience peaceful mind. That is the fact. It's not religious belief, that's the fact. That is the fact. Physically, probably you don't feel good. Physically, you don't feel good. Gatang. Then of course there's no joy. The joy is gone. Joy in the mind is gone. There's no joy. Physically, you don't feel comfortable. You start to see everything like red. That's how much energy the anger like. There's the amount of energy that anger produce that like Shedang took the sashim is the ground. Sometimes you start to see whole ground is red. Why? Because you are so angry. You don't see anything good. You see even everything was so bad. You see everything, you're so angry. From deep down, you're so angry, you don't see any good things. Zero. Yi Shaitan to be the Sajimabu now. Sajimabu. Can you imagine that? Like, you see something that's not there. That's now I'm just quoting Master Shanti Devas to help me, help all of us to be aware about anger. Be aware about anger. God and Deva, there will be no physical, you don't feel good. The joy in the mind is long gone. Not able to sleep well. Not going to sleep. Do I need more explanation? No. We all have experience. We all experience anger. Here, there, we all. Not able to sleep because they may just lose ability to judge. Lose that ability, you lose that ability to judge. Who said? Shanti Deva said. Where? In Guide to Buddhist way of life. So, if you meditate, if you are thinking about that, so that's meditations. You are thinking about the downside of anger way before you get angry, you've been thinking about. So that thinking will help. So now, you see the Lama Ishi wrote, becoming your own therapy. That's how you become your own therapy. That's exactly. So you've been thinking the downside of anger. You've been thinking, remembering what Master Shantideva said in chapter number 6, Guide to Buddhist Way of Life. You read, and you remember what you read, and you've been thinking about that. Next time, any reason to get angry, you won't get angry right away because you are more thinking about your peace of mind. You are thinking about how to protect your peace of mind, and you are worried. Everything that follows after anger, you are worried about those things. That's good things to worry about. So now the Shaitan Sumusim Chana Inishivan not able to sleep, lose ability to judge, then do stupid things. Then after regret, when anger is gone, anger cannot be last. If it lasts forever, you will be dead because of the amount of energy that required. Anger probably doesn't last 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. That's the rage. It doesn't last very long because it costs so much energy that we can't afford that much energy. Long period of time will be dead. So then after that, then you regret, I should have, would have, could have, should have, would have, could have. Doesn't help. It's too late. So now, you could say that's like I'm doing analytical meditations about anger. I'm analyzing that energy, how that energy, negative energy, is the most destructive energy that rise. So I'm studying that energy, analyzing that energy, how it rises, what it does. Basically, you are studying anger. So, how anger rises? Because we have desire. We all do. We all have desire. Desire, two types of desire. Desire to want something, desire doesn't want something, two types of desire. That's the part of human life. There's nothing much you can do. But of course, not having desire is the best, but that's hard to achieve. Because desire do produce pleasure here, there, so then we are kind of hallucinated by that pleasure. But actually it's caused more pain than pleasure. But we don't study. We don't study those things. We don't study desire. We don't study anger. We think, oh, that's part of life. We just go along with that. We don't study. We don't analyze. That's the mistake. So then eventually it's become like part of your life, become habit, and so hard. Then it becomes so hard to break away from that. It becomes so hard, So how there are two types of desire. Midde chetan device. Shanti Deva said, midde chetan device. Two types of desire. Desire to want something, desire. What's the opposite? Desire to avoid. That's very natural. We don't meditate on that. It's just we all have. We don't meditate to get that. It's already there. Midde chetan device. There's two types of desire. So interruption happens for those desires. Interruption happens. Oh, I want to go to Costco. No, we don't go to Costco. Costco is not good. Maybe go to BJ. Sam's Club, much better. So now, obstacles for desire. Desire to go to Costco. Now obstacles. Obstacles. Because your desire tells you follow your, because you are led by your desire. So then you devote wholeheartedly. We devote you wholeheartedly for our desire. We devote. So then we take also refuge in desire. So then whatever desire tells you, get angry. Then you get angry. Desire never tells you, oh, time to analyze. Sit back, breathe, analyze. Desire don't say that. That example, like, oh, go to like beach. No, go to mountain. Like like that, So that's what Santideva means. So now there's like interruption taking place. There's something you want. It looks like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Then you try all your best. If it needs to force someone to do, that person is miserable, you force them to do. Because that's what I want. You are not worrying about what your friend wants, your wife wants, your husband wants. You are not worried. You only worry about yourself. So that's how so much mistakes have been made like that. So that's why we need to be aware. We need to be aware, smarter, wiser, smarter, wiser. Meditation, so now meditation. So now like doesn't want, trying to avoid something, can avoid, so can avoid because somebody forcing you to do. You're trying to avoid somebody forcing you to do. So there's meditation and debai kejebali junjubas. So now interruption is taking place. You are not being aware. You are not analyzing. You are completely covered with desire. That's all you are thinking is what you want. That's all you are thinking is what you want. That's all you think. Nothing else. So now you found the fuel. You found the fuel for anger. The very few fuel that you found is making you unhappy. Already making you unhappy. Way before you get angry. Once you found the fuel, now it's become more dangerous. There's opportunity that you could meditate. When interruption taking place, you decide, or you don't know how to do. You don't know how to do meditation. You just carry out one step further down. Then you found the fuel now. Now you are getting very close to destroying yourself. That's all what's happening. Mother Shantideva. So you found something that you don't like. You found something. That's the fuel. You found something that you don't like. That's the fuel of this painful thought. You're about to feed your painful thought. You're about to feed that painful thought. Then after that, you can't say, I'm in pain. Of course you are in pain because you harbor that painful thought. Now you are in pain. What we do when we are in pain, we don't feel good. So that's not, no. So immediately say, so what we do, then after that, once you found the fuel, what we do, what kind of mechanism we rely on, what kind of mechanism we rely on. We don't rely on compassion. We don't say, sometimes I should do what other person wants to do. I should not force to do everything in my way. I shouldn't have this kind of attitude, my way, highway. So that's not good enough. Maybe sometimes I should go with that person, maybe do what that person likes to do. What do you lose? Nothing. Physically nothing. You don't lose anything. You make that other person happy so that will produce another happiness. Like that. Immediately saying we don't rely on, then we go into the mode of defense. We enter into mode of defense. But our defense is not compassion, it's not loving kindness, it's not bodhicitta. It is, we heavily rely on anger. So we thought like, that's the maybe best method to get what you want. Probably not. It's probably the worst method. So then we heavily rely on anger. Shantideva said, immediately saying, Shedang, anger. We rely on that. Da, you, ourselves, da. Jom means destroyed, finish. Then you destroy yourself. It's done. Right now, if you ask yourself questions, do you like to destroy yourself? Of course not. Answer is very clear. It doesn't need to think, let me think. No, right away. Of course not. No. Bodhicitta, altruistic attitude will definitely help, will protect you from that pain. If you practice, will protect. Because you are thinking bigger picture, you are thinking from the bigger picture. You are not just being like very narrow-minded. You already open your heart and you are looking the situation from all angles, not just small, that like narrow like angles. Need to remind yourself, it's not just religious things. Need to remind yourself, you are about to destroy yourself. Are you aware? Are you aware that you are about to destroy yourself? That's what you like to do? Or you like to protect yourself? If you like to protect yourself, think. Take your time, sit back, breathe, think. What is that? Meditation. Shantideva said very clearly, relying on anger, result, you destroy yourself. That's the result. Nothing else. Chilla Pabjan, Dagini, Gavi, 2 measures. No matter what, I'm not going to destroy my peace of mind. That's also been said in the chapter number 6. Chilla Pabjan, Dagini, Gavi, 2 measures. So then you become wiser, smarter, wiser. That's what anger does. So we don't study. We don't study why we get angry. We don't study what is the anger, what anger does. We don't study. We just go along with that. So then it becomes habit. So then you just won't take even the seconds you to get angry. Won't take even seconds you to get angry. It's so easy. Like used to be like that. So now it takes some time. I don't get angry right away. It takes some time. Because why? I'm thinking. Right now I'm thinking. Oh, your hair don't look good. Doesn't makes me nuts. Nuts used to make me nuts. Not now, not nuts. If you are thinking, you are still thinking. Thinking. Eventually I said, not beauty, just let it go, not beauty. Why? So my peace of mind is more important than your comment on my hair. So then you become less sensitive and more confidence. Confidence. You become more confident, less sensitive. You know exactly how to protect yourself, exactly. I need to be aware of disturbing thought. That's all I need to be aware of disturbing thought. So when you go to hotel, so they have like, what do you call, they have like number of things, a nice hotel. They have something to hang out outside, outdoor. Sometimes they say, please clean my room. You put one of them. So then there's one, what do you call the sign? Yes, don't disturb. You could put that sign outside, and meanwhile you are very much disturbed inside the hotel. It could become very good practice if you're aware what you put outside the door, don't disturb. If you be fully aware what you put outside the door, so that's what we are good at. We are good at like asking people to not to disturb, but we are not good at asking your own self not to disturb. We didn't learn, we didn't study, we didn't learn. At the first place, we don't know how to do. Did you ever ask yourself not to disturb your peace of mind? Did you ever ask? And how many times you ask other people not to disturb? Did you ever ask yourself not to disturb yourself? That question, huh? So that is mindfulness. That's mindfulness. So slowly, you are gaining control. Slowly, not right away. Slowly, you are gaining control over your thought. Slowly, you're gaining control over your thought. You decide what kind of thought rise, not to rise. You decide. Not your thought decide what you should do, how you should react, not that. Someday similar onju jabo, similar onju. Someday similar onju. So that mindfulness, conscientiousness, or mindfulness is like king. Now your thought becomes subject. So now the king rules. Your thought becomes subject. Your concentration becomes king, rules subject. Someday similar onju jabo. If you are thinking something good, that thinking or meditation become like firm as a mountain. How to move becomes so steady. Eventually produce physical comfort that contribute mental comfort. Eventually, ultimately, it produces like physical pliancy, mental pliancy. These are all the result. First, physical joy, mental joy. So then after that, physical pliancy, mental pliancy. First, it produces physical joy, physical comfort. There's order. There's very particular order. First, the power of concentration produce physical comfort. So then they contributed to the mental comfort. So then eventually it will produce mental fluency first. So then after the physical fluency. So there's very specific order. So then physically feel much lighter, mentally always feel good. So things like that's the goal. That's the goal. Sometimes only the Shannon losing this or the descendants. Tetrashenes. Lama Tsongkhapa said, that's what I understood. That's what I understood. Lama Tsongkhapa, the Tibetan master from his own same birthplace, Lama Tsongkhapa was born there. So Lama now how many years ago? 675 years ago. 675 years ago. So there's, I'm not sure how many years ago after that, writing this book, Lamrim. The Lama Tsongkhapa said, that's what I understood. You could say that's what I found out of my research, out of my study, practipractice. That's what I found. That's what I practice. Lama Tsongkhapa said, that's what I practice. That's what I found, that's what I practice. If you are like looking for break, if you are looking for break from disturbing thought, do the same. You will get break. I got break, I learn, and I practice, I got break. If you are looking for the same thing, then you do that, you'll get no break too. The Lama Tsongkhapa was begging to all of us, do the same thing, because there's that's what he found through study, practice, contemplations. Then it works. So then if you are looking for the same thing, Lama Tsongkhapa do that. So then you will get also result. Okay. So that's just an example of one particular disturbance of anger. So then to apply to all the disturbing thought. So time to analyze. So now all the disturbing thoughts need to be aware, then try to stop them eventually. Then what kind of thought I should have? All the thoughts that related to bodhicitta is the good. Dani simje thamje la ishinubu lela be tenjo to be some tadu cheba zumbaso. Cherishing other. Did we ever learn that cherishing other is like cherishing other benefits you? Did anybody told you cherishing other will benefit you? Did anybody told you in the first place cherishing other? You heard cherish yourself, heard like many times in the school, high school, university, many times heard. Do for yourself, always like about you. Been doing this in my case almost 60 years. What happened? No result. What happened? Nothing much happened. The same thing. Same old. How you say same old? It's like same old. Dani simje tamjala ishu nubu lela be tenjo to be somebody tadu cheba zumbos. Cherishing all the time. Cherishing all the time. What is the reality here? What is the reality? Just set aside religion's belief. Just set aside. Just be practical. That's all. Be practical. Why that teaching said that cherishing other is the maximum way to benefit yourself? Is that true? Time to analyze, time to study, time to do research. If somebody cherishes you, what happens if somebody cherishes you? What kind of mindset rise? What kind of thought rise? If somebody goes like when you see on the road, somebody goes like this, somebody opens the door, somebody like, what happens? Are you be very miserable? When somebody do like this, you become so miserable? If somebody show respect, you become miserable? No. We thought, oh, very nice, kind of, very nice. That is positive thought. That is positive thought. And whose thought? That's your thought. Your positive thought. Because somebody show respect. Somebody cherish you. If that's the case, that's the fact. It's nothing to do with religion. That's the fact. How is about doing that to somebody else? If you have choice, you'd rather be around with someone who's happy, or you'd rather be around someone that's not happy. It's your choice. Every single person, not just all sentient beings, every single person on this planet, regardless, monks, nuns, layperson, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, all of them, each and every one of them. So this kind of knowledge is very much needed alive throughout the day in order to enjoy the peace of mind, calm mind. This knowledge is very much needed, fresh. Maybe you need to create a button like a computer, refresh. Click, refresh. Right here, refresh. Ping. Did we ever think like that? Dunga tamutsame meditations. Dunga tamutsame meditation. Nobody, including that person you call as enemy, nobody looking for suffering. Nobody. What is that? That's the fact. There's a one particular reason should not cause suffering to somebody else, because that person is going to react negatively, because that's not what the person is looking for. Situation. When it comes down to happiness, nobody satisfied, including yourself. Nobody satisfied. That's the fact. It's not that something you are doing wrong. This is the part of the samsara things. Dissatisfactions. Just need to accept. You can fight, because if you don't really like, liberate yourself. Give yourself everlasting peace, liberations. Then it's finished. Then there'll be no dissatisfactions. So, or accept and deal with that. Accept. That's the part of the samsara nature, dissatisfactions. So, Dunga meditation, how many times this thought has been alive? Active. How many times this thought is active? How many times you look at other person like that with that kind of mindset? Nobody wants even the smallest suffering, nobody. If you think, oh, that person looking for some problem, ignorance. No wisdom. When it comes down to happiness, nobody satisfied, including yourself. Admit. That's the fact. Admit, don't pretend, admit. So that's the fact. So now what do you do? Cause suffering, what they are not very much looking for, trying to avoid, or give them something they are looking for. What happens if you give something that they are looking for? They'll be happy. That's the reason that's why you cherish. We are not, we are just taking. We are not giving anything at all. There's nothing for others, zero. And you always want something you are not getting. Always want something, always wanting something you are not getting. That's not how you get. That's not how you get. Because you are using wrong method. You are using wrong mechanism. That's why you are not getting what you're looking for. Well, now it's time to change the mechanism or method, the very method you use, time to change. See what happens. See what happens. So we are not trained like that. We need to train ourselves. We need to educate ourselves. We need to train ourselves in that way of thinking in order to get the maximum benefit. You can do, some human did it, you can do. Why you think you cannot do? You can do. You can do, definitely you can do. 100%, 100% you can do. 100% you can do. So that's all about, whether I read the text or not. So the very reason they are choosing His Holiness book, His Holiness practice day and night, day in, day out. So if there's any blessing that, that we will receive the blessing from His Holiness book. That's why I choose. Not tonight, I forgot to bring. So because someone who's talking about mindfulness has no mindfulness. So this is all good. That's called meditation. Either you are like remember some material by heart, you memorize, and you say, and then step by step kind of reminds you, that is the situation like this. You could say review meditations. In order to review, so you have to have remember some material by heart. You can review them, you can pause, that's meditation, you just say and pause. Meditations. Billionaire, millionaire, all of them, there's no certainty. Everything, there's no guarantee, there's no certainty. No need to go that far, look at the history. For example, the history of the royal family of British. Now look around. Yes, can't hold so tight. I don't want to lose this. No good. Pain. Look at it from different perspective. Enjoy. Very good, nice, so nice. That sounds so good. Enjoy. Yeah, nothing wrong. Somebody comes. See, what do you say? What do you say? It's beautiful. Look at the sound. Hear the sound. People enjoy. Holding so tight. Like I don't want to lose this. Like I wish very much nobody will break this. Like all of a sudden, some kids run around here, knock down, break. Go out of your mind, scream, yell, doesn't help. So that's what being aware. So when you review some Lamrim, it says, there's no certainty, uncertainty. Don't think that everything will be forever there. Mistake, ignorance. Need wisdom. Life becomes less tense. More you hold so tightly, even the hand, you can't use now. It's so tight, you cannot use. Can you grab? No. need to open. Something like so tense, uptight. There's no flexibility. It's not loose, it's uptight. So pause, look around. Oh, the chair that I like, the table that I like, the painting that I like, enjoy. Be ready. Be 100%, 100% ready. Let it go. You need to be 100% ready to let it go. Best. If not, 10%, 20%, 30%. Oh. What's going to happen? No clue. Completely clueless. What's going to happen? No clue. Idea, yeah, have some idea. Have some idea, maybe put like somewhere there, but the same place. Idea. There's no 100% guarantee. Jebe mingum, another thing. Jebe mingum. So a lot of wisdom is needed. Jebe mingum. Will not satisfy by doing things. Will not satisfy by doing things. Beware. Does that mean don't enjoy, be miserable? No, no. Enjoy. Cup of coffee with the milk, sip. Oh, tastes so good. Enjoy. Same time, be fully aware. 100% satisfaction is not guaranteed. Not guaranteed by drinking coffee. Need to be aware. Jebe mingum. So see, lot of knowledge is needed. Lot of knowledge is needed in order to deal with this complicated life, this complicated mind. Lot of knowledge is needed. Not just needed, then after that need to be aware. Need to be aware. Dissatisfaction leads to problems. Dissatisfaction leads to problems. Dissatisfaction leads to problems. Dissatisfactions. Then, very good. It's okay. Like pretty good. Pretty good. Like pretty good. Pretty good. Look at other part of the world. Constantly living under the fear that somebody's got a bomb on your house. Do you really think that you are qualified to complain? Some part of Africa, the kids, the baby, the children, that you see this whole rib, they have nothing to eat. Now compare. Don't feel like they don't think that you are very miserable. Compare. Then you feel good, you feel great, you feel fortunate. They don't ever think, you are going to be 100% satisfied doing something, watching something, listening something, touching, smelling something, eating something. You can do. If you have means to do, that's good news that that's a result of your positive karma from your previous life. But at the same time, think that you are not going to be 100% satisfied. Accept that fact. Accept that fact. Much better. Life will be much, much better. Accept that fact. Not 100% satisfied. Accept. Okay. So accept. What I need to do? In order to get the satisfactions, not just by doing, require thinking, a lot of thinking. Maybe there's a way to reach the satisfaction, to get satisfaction, just simply by thinking. Yeah, you do reach different degrees of satisfaction simply by thinking. That's very true. You do reach a certain level of satisfaction by thinking. Very true, like this. Chebe mingum, pause, look around. Chebe mingum. That's the fact. It's not like just religious business, that's the fact. One moment you become dissatisfied, it's open the door to more problems. Need to be aware. Need to be aware. Need to be aware. So there's a way to learn. You can be content. You can be content. Compare. So I'm sorry, it's not really easy. There's requires so many knowledge to deal with amount of like complications that we go through as a human. So we need many tools to how to deal, how to tackle all these complications. Maybe there's a way to minimize the complications. Maybe amount of complications that you go through is maybe simply produced by your perceptions, your thought. If that's the case, there's something you can do. It doesn't have to be like that. There's something you can do. So therefore, knowledge is very much needed. Knowledge, contemplations, integrations. Then some kind of liberation is possible. Some kind of liberation is possible. 1 day, 1 minute, 2 days, not angry, pretty good. Last 2 days I've been thinking, so it's not worth it. To get angry is not worth it. Not worth it. No. I've been giving thousands of dollars for anger. It's not worth it. Doesn't worth even 1 penny. Like that. It's not worth it. Okay. So, including myself, I might try. I myself trying every single day. Does that mean I'm perfect? No. So probably I'm like below you. I'm not perfect, But I've been thinking, well, you have more challenge. You go to work, you deal with many people, go to work, do these things. I just stay home. So squirrel, they don't talk. Bird outside, they don't talk. I just give them some nut, they don't talk. And most of the time by myself, so you have more opportunity to gain more realization than I do. I just sit and visualize, and not many people makes me angry. But like wherever I go, the first thing that I try to do is to be kind. That's all. First thing that I try to do is to be kind. Not to really worry about what I want. To try to be kind as possible. So that's my whenever I travel, that's my my practice. To be kind. That's my core practice whenever I go outside. So then I see all kinds of people and try to be kind. Not always easy. People cheat. Then, not that easy, but, it requires also thinking. And so anyway, so you face for more challenge than I do, so that's I'm saying I'm below you. So you probably have better opportunity to gain more realization than I do. I just probably you could say I have more opportunity to watch my thought, but I do, because all day long, do what? So I do have more opportunity to watch my thought. And I'm trying all my best, but still nothing much achieved, but very much hoping to achieve something, and trying all your best, that's all you can do. Try your best, that's all you can do. So, and but and also if you are interested, about this conscientiousness, then read the chapter number 4 from the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, composed by Master Shantideva. So there's detailed information how to practice conscientiousness. So that's all. Nothing much to say. Oh. Well, thank you. All my friends on Zoom, thank you very much. Suzanne. There's many of them from Patagonia. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, thank you. So then, Tamula dedication.
Hola, Geshe, gracias, gracias, Ale.
Okay, so let's see. In the prayer book, go to page 235 for the general dedication prayers. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of a Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra too realize things as they are, I too dedicate all these merits in the best way I might follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue, for the dedication praises the best, by the victorious ones thus gone of the 3 times, so I might perform good works. I dedicate whatever virtues I have ever collected for the benefit of the teachings and all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of perfect pure Losang Jabda shine forever. And now the long life prayers. Let's see, this on here. No, it's not on here. I'll go to page 275, 245, 244 and 245, that's what it is. Yeah. So first we'll start with the one for His Holiness. And land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chen Rezi Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And then the one for Sarah J. Khyentse Rinpoche Etsen Losang Dalek on page 245. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Alatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Bliss and Void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And then long like prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, which is on 244. You uphold the subduers more way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, savor myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then the green tar mantras at the bottom of page 244 for Geshe, Gelek, and Geshe Sangpo's long, healthy, happy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
All my friends back in Patagonia, buenas noches. Hasta luego.
Buenas noches.
Thank you, Judith, for translating. Yeah, so all of you, good night.
Gracias, Ale.
Thank you,
Also
Geshe.
for the people who are here, to remind you that on Sunday, right after the teachings, there's going to be a great opportunity to learn a little bit more about how to get more involved in the center as we're building back up after the pandemic. And then, especially for those of you who are here tonight, if you could give us 5 minutes before you go home and help us get the Gampa back together, that would be really helpful for those of us who came early to get it set up. Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Gracias, Ale. Beso.
Thank you, Geshe.
Abrazos, Ale.